This is a unit plan about ancient Greece. It is intended for a 6th grade class, and it's 20 days long, which is about 4 weeks for a school. This unit plan focuses on 3 aspects of learning: the cognitive, technology, and all the multiple intelligences. Welcome to learning in the 21st century. Let's take a look at the cognitive side. The students are going to be learning about the geography of ancient Greece. The students are going to learn about the ancient Greek culture. They'll learn about the people, the slaves, the freemen, the soldiers, the aristocrats, and they'll even be able to compare and contrast those people to how we live today. The students will learn about the architecture of Greece. The teacher will show pictures of Greek architecture to illustrate the beauty of Greece. Of course, it's important to learn about the government of Greece. The teacher will have the students break into their groups of 5 again to research the differences between the Athenian democracy and the United States democracy. They'll be able to compare and contrast those 2 different types of democracy, as well as define citizenship. And the 2 most famous city-states, Sparta and Athens. The students will compare and contrast these 2 city-states. They'll learn the culture of both of these and how they're so different. The Peloponnesian War. The students are going to be looking into this war and figuring out why it even started. They're going to be looking at interactive maps, PowerPoint slides, and pictures to learn more about what was going on during this time. Of course, you can't learn about Greece without learning about the Persian Wars. But in order to understand about the Persian Wars, the students are going to have to learn a little bit about Persia. So that's just what they're going to do. The teacher will have the students pretend that they are Spartans and are about to be attacked by the Persians, and their job is to find out as much as they can about the enemy in order to find a weakness to destroy them. Just making learning a little bit exciting. A very important part about Greek culture, the Greek philosophers. The students are going to be learning about Plato, Aristotle, and Socrates. They're going to be looking at the philosophies of each one of these, be able to compare and contrast these, and explain a little bit about what each one believed. Here's just a little quote by Aristotle. "All men, by nature, desire knowledge." Let's hope these students will too. And the mysterious side of Greek culture, the Greek mythology. The students are going to learn about all of the Greek gods. They're going to even build a family tree about 2 of the gods that their group specifically focuses on. They'll be learning about Aphrodite, Apollo, Ares, Artemis, Athena, Demeter, Dionysus, Hades, Hephaestus, Hera, Hermes, Hestia, Poseidon, and Zeus. And the exciting side of Greek culture, the heroes. The students are going to be comparing and contrasting again the differences between the hero that they know now, today, and a Greek hero. They'll have to come up to the front, and the teacher is going to record them explaining why their modern hero fits with the Greek definition of hero. The Greek Olympics have been going on for such a long time. The first one was recorded in 776 BC, and they were held every 4 years until 394 AD. The Olympic Games always began with a flame lighted by the sun's rays in a lighting ceremony. Literature and music, a very important part to Greek culture. The students are going to learn about Aesop's fables, about who Homer was, and listen to his Iliad and the Odyssey. They're also going to be learning about the musical instruments played back during that time, and they'll have a chance to create their own. Alexander the Great, a famous person, spreader of Greek culture throughout the ancient world. He was born in 356 BC. He was son to a Macedonian, King Philip II, and he conquered the dreaded Persian Empire and annexed it to Macedonia. So the next part of this unit plan, multiple intelligences. How we're going to teach so that everyone can learn. Let's find out. Interpersonal. The students will be working in groups throughout the lesson. The students will be interacting with one another through various types of activities such as group research, group reports, and the group party planning that will be at the very end. Interpersonal. The students will be able to work alone to investigate ancient Greek philosophers and imagine themselves as a Greek person to understand the culture. The students will also analyze the pros and the cons of living in Sparta versus Athens. Musical. The students will find patterns and similarities on maps of Greece and other countries. The student will analyze music from ancient Greeks and learn the musical instruments used back then. Then they'll get a chance to compose their own music and lyrics. The students will also choose the music for the Greek party. Naturalist. The students will research the geography of ancient Greece to understand the culture better. They'll be able to research the agriculture, food, and create their own geographical map. Mathematical. The students will study maps to locate specific boundaries and buildings of ancient Greece. They'll be able to analyze the philosophies of the ancient Greek philosophers, and they'll give a presentation of one they choose to study more. Kinesthetic. This is a fun one. The students will be moving around to different groups on a regular basis. They'll be able to actively use the internet to research, and the students will be learning about the Olympic Games. They'll be playing them and creating their own game for the class. Then, at the end of the unit, when it's time for the Greek celebration party, they'll be able to help set up for it. Verbal linguistic, a very important part to learning history. The students will listen to presentations both from the teacher and other students. They'll listen to audio recordings of famous books written by Greek writers, and they'll be able to talk in groups and present what they have made in class. Visual, another important part to learning history. The students will constantly be looking at pictures in order to really understand what Greece looks like and famous people and places there. The teacher will show video clips. Students will have to make their own video clips. Also, the students will help decorate the room for that Greek party. The last aspect to this unit plan, technology, where education is headed today. A smartboard. The teacher will use a smartboard as an illustration tool for showing pictures of Greece on the board, projecting maps so the whole class can see it, and highlighting keywords and phrases. PowerPoint and Keynote for presentations in order to describe events and people. And of course, the internet used for research. The teacher has the students look up several pictures, maps, places, and people to learn about ancient Greece. And email, which is a fun new way to incorporate into educational activities. The teacher has the students email them, each other, and the teacher to send their projects back and forth. Then the students can also email one another pretending to write letters as if they lived in ancient Greece. Video and audio. Video and audio recorders such as Audacity, GarageBand, and iMovie that will be used in the class. The students create several projects for which they have to record their voices or actions. For example, one day the students pretend to interview one another and must record their interview sessions. Another example for recording video is the assignment where the students must create an Olympic game, and then they're going to record their group playing it so that they can teach it to the class. And then, of course, the teacher will also play several audio clips found online, like Aesop's Fables, and movie clips about ancient Greece. Google Earth, an exciting new tech toy for education. Google Earth is for discovering what the ancient Greek ruins look like today and where the ancient Greek city-states are located. Podcasts and blogs. The students will have to create several podcasts in order to share their assignments with the class. The students will also post their answers and ideas on their blogs.